Hey y'all, happy Thursday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Okay, y'all, so I have some hygiene tips for ladies, but men, I got something for y'all too. Okay, y'all, so it's pretty self explanatory. When you go take a shower, you need two rags, okay? Um, I love to give credit where credit is due. So Chloe asked me years ago, put me on to using two rags. So I use a baby washcloth for my lady bit, and this rag, of course, is for the rest of my body. Um, y'all, it's important to use two rags because you don't want to transfer bacteria to your genital regions, especially if you're sexually active, because you can cause your partner or yourself to have a bacterial infection. Women get infections more easily than men, but men can still get them too. That's how they're transferred. I feel like women, we just have more symptoms when we get an infection down there versus men. Um, because your urethra is so long, you guys just pee most of bacteria out. Where a woman's urethra is shorter, so our bodies contain and hold more bacteria. So yeah, guys, Chloe asked me because I give credit where credit is due. Um, she put me on the two rags. Thank you, Chloe. This is a game changer. And also, guys, change out your rags. I change mine out every single time I take a shower. Yes, and I do a lot of laundry, but I wouldn't have it any other way. If you're not able to do laundry, of course, most people don't do it every single day. Change out your rags at least every other day or every 2 days. And that's really pushing it because y'all, bacteria needs moisture to thrive. And what are your rags? I mean, they're wet. They hold moisture, so you shouldn't be going no more than 2 days with using the same rag. Because if you think about it, you're just putting bacteria back onto the same rag and back on your body. So it kind of defeats the point of being clean when you're reusing the same rags for days in a row. So yeah, guys, replace your rags. Two rags. One of my favorite products to use on my lady bit is the fragrance free summer's eve. This is really good. I used to use the unscented Dove soap, but surprisingly, I felt like that was kind of drying me out a little bit. But this is pretty good. But guys, use what you can afford, and also use what works on your body. Something else I feel like is very important. So yes, body washes are good to use in your shower routine. However, guys, you need soap first. And my favorite is dial soap. I would not, and you should not put this on your lady bits as a woman. But men, I feel like this is great for you all to use, especially if you're active, because it's killing all the bacteria. So yeah, dial soap, guys. Great. And after you use soap, of course, you can go in with a scented body wash to add a flavor. I also want to touch on oral hygiene. And once again, y'all, my channel is for mature audiences only, and that's just not about age, it's about mentality. So if you're immature, click off the video because this is a grown-ups channel. So guys, oral hygiene. This is extremely important, especially if you're active. And active, you all know what I mean, with your partner. It's disgusting if you do not floss every day. And I don't care who gets offended by that. It's disgusting. It's almost like you spilled something. You took the liner out of your trash can, and there's gunk and food and debris in the trash can itself. And then you take a clean, fresh liner and put it over the trash can. Why wouldn't you clean out the trash can first and then put a fresh, clean liner on? So yeah, guys, that's the same thing as just brushing your teeth and not flossing. That doesn't make any sense. So if you're gonna do it the right way. And yes, I'm speaking like that because women are getting bacterial infections from their partners, whether it be a woman or a man, not properly cleansing their mouth. Yes, you can get bacterial vaginosis or yeast infection from a dirty mouth. If nobody told you, I'm here to tell you. Okay? Like I said, we're going to keep it real on this channel. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not going to be nice about it. Because a lot of men or women will blame you for you not being clean, but really they're causing your infections. So yeah, guys, floss. You don't have to use the brands that I'm getting. You can go to Dollar Tree and get whatever you can afford. I like this floss because it's smooth and it glides between the teeth really good. So yeah, the first step to oral hygiene is flossing. If you ate, floss every single day, regardless. Actually, I don't even care if you didn't eat. You should always be flossing every single day. Every day, okay? And then you need a good toothpaste. Like I said, get what you can afford because that's what I do. That's what most people do. But I like to use this, the Colgate Max Fresh, because it has like breath strips in it. And I think this has like a whitening agent as well. So yeah, guys, have a really good, strong toothpaste because if you don't, then it's not gonna make your breath smell fresh. Also, try to get a decent toothbrush. If you can't, just get what you can afford. Also, you guys, you should be having caps on your toothbrushes. Because when you're in the bathroom and you're, doing number 1 and number 2, there's particles in the air. So you need to be able to protect your toothbrush. Okay, so get a cap, y'all. Also, I get tonsil stones. They're very common. Not everybody gets them, but I get them. So what I like to do is use this peroxyl mouth sore rinse cleaner. And I'll dip a Q-tip in there and I'll like literally get my flashlight, open up my mouth, and I will squeeze out tonsil stones. Because you could be doing everything, flossing, brushing your teeth, brushing your tongue, but if you're not getting your tonsil stones out, that's what's calling that poop smell to your breath. So you've got to get the tonsil stones out. And I like to use this because, it works really, really good. But yeah, I use this for tonsil stones, y'all. What's next? Let's see. Oh, of course, I forgot to bring my tongue scraper, but I also scrape my tongue with a metal tongue scraper. That's important too. But if you don't have a tongue scraper, y'all, most toothbrushes have like a scraper built onto the back, and you can just push off the gunk with the back of your toothbrush. And then lastly, this is a non-negotiable for me. If you want to just try to be extra clean, add this to your routine. I do this every single time. Y'all, mouthwash. You need mouthwash. If you're not using it, I'm here to tell you, you should be using mouthwash. Also, I like to gargle this. Yes, I do swish it around my mouth, but I also like to gargle this in the back of my throat for at least like 10 to 15 seconds. 30 seconds at max if I'm being a little extra. Also, y'all, I'm slightly OCD, so I'm pretty extreme when it comes to being clean. And I wouldn't change it because that's just, I'm known for smelling good. So I wouldn't change it for anything. Let's see. Oh yes, fellas and ladies, make sure that your fingernails are clean. So I'm speaking to both men and women because fingers go in certain places in our bodies. Like I said, this is for mature audiences only. Okay, so fingers go in certain parts of our bodies. You know what I'm talking about. If your fingernails are long, sharp, unclean, unkept, you are putting bacteria in that person's body. And they're not going to smell good afterwards. They're going to get an infection. They will need antibiotics. Or they're going to smell rotten. Like I told y'all, I will not speak on anything that I have no experience with. Men, cut your nails. And don't just cut them. You need to file your nails if they're going in certain parts of people's bodies. Because yeah, let's say you clip your nails, you still have rigid ends, or your nails are like, like jagged. They're still sharp from where you clipped them. You need to file your nails, especially if they are going in people's bodies, okay? I said it. I don't care who gets offended. Take care of yourself. Also, ladies and men, whether you know it or not, everything else on your body can be good. You can smell good, look good. If people do look at your hands, I'll speak for myself. I'll look at a person's hands, man or woman. I'm looking at your nails. Um, so they don't have to be done like mine and whatever, but your nails do need to be kept because that is not only um, a physical attribute that is attractive when you keep your nails up, that's also a health risk when you don't keep your nails up. It's not hard, y'all. Go to Dollar Tree, get some nail clippers. You do need a nail file to buff out the ridges on your nails so that you're not also injuring your partner when you go to insert yourself in them. Um, oh yes, it is summertime, of course, but you should be doing this at any point in time, especially if you're walking a lot. Shoe spray, okay? And I'm not trying to pretend like I'm perfect. Everybody gets odors, but you gotta, take care of yourself, y'all. So after a long day's work, or you've been out all day, or even if you just went to the store real quick and you just walked around a lot, y'all, shoe spray, real quick. Keep your shoes fresh. This is all part of hygiene. Let's see. Also, guys, I do want to make this known. If you have multiple partners and you're not using protection because you feel like sleeping with two people is not a big deal, because you're only sleeping with those two people, and you feel like taking a shower is enough to wash that off when you go back to the next person, it's not enough. It's not enough. And if I seem irritated, it's because I am. Because we really have people walking around amongst us thinking that they can have multiple partners and just take a good shower with Dial soap and wash the other person off and then go back and put themselves in somebody else. No. No. You're going to tell on yourself because a woman's pH balance will be thrown off because you were sleeping with somebody else and you're mixing their bacteria with their bacteria plus your bacteria, and now we got a damn mess. Okay, so y'all stop being nasty. And I said it's nasty. You can have multiple partners. That's not nasty. Use protection. Use condoms. Okay, there's too many protective items out here to not be using them. So if you want to sleep around, that's cool. There ain't nothing wrong with that at all. What's wrong with it is when you're being nasty and you're not protecting yourself or the people that don't even know what you're doing and you're bringing stuff back. That's nasty. So yeah, don't think that you can have multiple partners and go wash it off. Okay? Everything can't be washed off. Stop doing that. You're nasty if you are. Okay. Let's see. Also, I know a lot of people like to have morning intercourse or morning fellatio, or they like to put their mouths on their partners in the morning. Stop doing that too before you brush your teeth. That's nasty. That's going to cause an infection. If you don't believe me, try it out. Or maybe you've already tried it out and you just don't care. But try to be more clean, y'all.